Hello and welcome to episode 42 of Let's Play Civilization 3, Play the World. Alright. Well, we went to see what, how much longer we have on our treaty with the Arabs. Did he just open a can of soda? Yes, I just opened a can of soda. Deal with it. Alright, so 2 more turns on that treaty, which means we'll have coal again very, very soon. And I can't wait for that. By the way, anyone who's read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy knows that 42 is the ultimate answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything. What the question actually is, nobody knows, but we know the answer. It's 42. So, by the transitive property of silliness, I guess that means this is going to be a good episode, I guess. Well, anyway, we have 2 more turns to wait until these workers can finally start building railroads. I could have them do stuff now, but I really just don't feel like it. Just upgrading some more of my obsolete units. The only bad thing about upgrading is if you have an elite unit and you upgrade it, it only becomes a veteran unit. You can't upgrade elite to elite, which I guess makes sense because if you're trained for one kind of warfare, you're not automatically going to become an expert at another kind of warfare just because you get new equipment. So I guess they have to earn the that elite status back, so that makes sense. But it is kind of a bummer. Now you see the Chinese and the Mongols are dragging themselves all the way back across my territory, just like I said they would. Which is a little annoying, but I guess since they're not attacking us, I'm not going to mind too much. The only problem that might come of that is they might get in the way of a troop I wanted to send somewhere, or a worker I wanted to send somewhere, but yeah, small deal, I say. So, build something new in the city. Alright. It's showing my workers moving in kind of a staticky fashion. You don't really see much movement, but yep, there they go. Right here are the Chinese again, and whoa, okay. I'm not sure why the Koreans want to do that. I think the Celts are stronger than them. And if they expect us to come to their aid just because we fought on the same side before, I'm afraid they're pretty sorely mistaken. But I wish the Koreans the best in this war. Partially because they've been our allies and friends in the past, but mostly because I don't want the Celts to get any stronger. Now, if the Mongols attacked from the other side, that might be something. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with it as it is. Alright. Oh, you see this? Rail. Our treaty giving coal to the Arabs is finally over. And now, it is finally time to build up our rail system. And I am thrilled out the wazoo about that. So, I might not sound thrilled, but I am. Trust me. So, I'm scheduling some of my workers to build roads from one place to another, and some just to build railroads within a city. The idea is, let most workers do their things, but have a few workers continually build roads to that link cities, so that way eventually every single city will be linked by a big network of railroads, which provide for instantaneous transportation. And I can't overstate what a wonderful thing that is. It is great. Alright, so the Koreans are moving their troops there for some reason, I guess. The Celts aren't that way. Alright. So, more infantry. And here my computer kind of freezes up a little bit because I accidentally hit the button that sends me to the Cyclopedia, which is interesting, no doubt, but it's not where I want to go now. And also at the same time, my computer decides to tell me I have a connection problem. Isn't that wonderful? But get rid of that, close that, and we're done with that. So, I want to build some factories because factories and stock exchanges because my production in shields needs to be increased. In this little forgotten city that was once Japanese down here in the corner, I doubt that even if it was making 20 shields in the future, which it won't, that no more than one would be blue. All the rest would be red, so that city's kind of there just to be there. It's not going to really help us in any way. Alright, I'm checking to make sure we have oil. We have a lot of rubber, a lot of iron, a lot of horses. Just one saltpeter, but since cavalry are becoming less and less important, that won't matter very much. So, look at that guy. Have this guy fortify. I want this guy to... You can have your workers automate within the radius of a city, which means only 2 squares in any direction from the city you set it from, which is very helpful if you want to build up just one city. And I'm doing that with my capital first and some of my inner cities, and then soon I will spread it to some of the sort of the middle ring cities, and maybe eventually the outer ring cities. I always want to upgrade these troops. Alright, they continue sending these soldiers. I guess they're going to go around the continent and attack the Celts from the other side, but honestly, that's going to take like 20 turns, especially with a galley. I mean, what? But, you know, the AI isn't perfect. It's far from it, and in fact has some issues. Alright, we've now finished combustion, which I'm not positive does anything on its own, but the next tech we're researching is flight. Now that we've discovered the internal combustion engine and we're looking into flight, I think that pretty much means we've reached year 1900, technologically speaking. Or at least we're well into the 1890s. So, we're getting into the 20th century here, and situations approaching modern will be forthcoming. And I go on the trade with the Germans here because I'm ahead of them in technology by quite a bit, actually. But I found out something kind of shocking here. I kind of go a little fast, but they don't actually have a single port city. Look at the size of their territory. Look at how many coastal cities they have. Not a single one is a port city. Not only that, but no roads connect Germany to Korea. Their country is backwards, and as big as it is, it's completely useless, which is really surprising. These aren't like the Germans I know in the real world. But, now, I gotta trade with the Mongols here. I have a technology they don't. So, I'm gonna sell it to them for, a luxury. And, that's going to help me. The Mongols are much smaller, so they need much more. I don't really feel bad about giving them this tech. I think about trading with the Celts, but I really don't want to help them. They're my mortal nemesis even now. So, I decided not to trade with the Chinese. Well, That's the end for this video. I hope to see you again on episode 43 very soon. See ya.